Hello students, welcome to Shore Upside classes. So in today's video we'll solving a question from mathematical statistics. That is, a question goes like this: an urn contains balls numbered 1, 2, 3. First ball is drawn from the urn and then a fair coin is tossed the number of times shown on the drawn ball. Find the expected number of heads. So we have to find the expected number of heads. So in order to do this sum, first we'll write down Bj. Bj is what? The event is event of drawing the ball number number j. So Bj is the event of drawing the ball numbered j. So we are denoting it is as j. Now probability of this, probability of Bj is equals to 1 by 3 as j is equals to 1 comma 2 comma 3. So urn contains ball number 1, 2, 3. So there are three possible ways. First, the ball is drawn from the urn and then a fair coin is tossed the number of times shown on the drawn ball. So find the expected number of heads. So Bj is the event of drawing the ball numbered j. Say a ball is drawn and it is shown the number is j. So the fair coin is tossed the number of times shown on the drawn ball. So if it is j, so probability of Bj is 1 by 3 as j is equals to 1, 2, 3. So now from here we'll write x to be number of heads shown. X is equals to number of heads shown So x is equals to number of heads shown x is a random variable taking the values 0, 1, 2 and 3. So x is a number, x is a random variable taking the values 0, 1, 2 and 3. Now probability of x equals to small x is equals to summation j equals to 1 to 3 probability Bj into probability x equals to small x Bj, which is equals to 1 by 3 summation j equals to 1 by 3, because probability of Bj we have found it to be 1 by 3. Probability of x equals to ax Bj. So now we'll put the values here. Capital X we have found it to be number of heads shown. So when the probability of x equals to 0, that is the number of heads shown is equals to 0, so it will be 1 by 3, this will be 1 by 3 and it will become curly bracket probability x equals to 0 B1 plus probability x equals to 0 B2 plus probability x equals to 0 B3, because there are 3 times the B is occurring 1, 2, 3. So now the value of this will be equals to 1 by 2, because 2 times it may occur that x is equals to 0 and value of this will be equals to 2 by 4 and this will be equals to 3 by 8. So which is equals to 11 by 24. So now how do we get this? So in order to better understand this question, I will do it in this page. Okay, so as I have already talked about it, the drawing the ball number j, the probability bj, it is given, it is probability bj, we have taken it to be 1 by 3 and we have also written down this thing, that is so it is also given. Now we also know probability x equals to small x 1 by 3, which is the probability summation j equals to 1 to 3. J is the number of balls. Probability x equals to small x bj. So now how do we solve it? If you know the question, if we go to the question, it was given a urn contains ball numbers 1, 2, 3. So a urn contains ball number 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now the first ball is drawn from the urn and then a fair coin is tossed the number of time shown on the drawn ball. That is, if the ball which is drawn shows the number 1, then we'll toss the coin once. So we'll toss the coin once. Now if we toss the coin once, then there are two possible ways. Either head will come or tail will come. So first we'll draw a ball, say which is 1. Now that numbered ball we will toss. So we'll toss one time if the ball number shows 1. Now if we draw the number 2 number ball, so we have to toss 2 times. So if we toss 2 times, then we'll have 4 possibilities. Either head will come, either head tail will come, or tail head will come, or tail will come. So we'll have 4 possible ways. Now if the ball shows number 3, we will toss 3 times. So if we toss 3 times, we'll have the following possibilities. Either head will come, either head will come, either head tail will come, or head tail will come, or tail head will come, or tail will come, or tail head will come, or tail head will come. So we'll have these possibilities if the number shows 3 and we toss 3 times. So this is the case when we toss 3 times. This is the case when 1 time toss, and this is the case when 2 time toss. Okay, now from here, given this information, we will write down the probability part. Now how do we do it? Now here we already know this. When x equals to 0 basically means when there is no head. When there is no head, x equals to 0 means when there is no head. So we'll write down probability x equals to 0, that is when this is the case, x is the how many times the head is shown. We have to remember this. X is number of heads shown. So x is the number of heads shown. So if the number of heads shown is 0, probability, then we'll write down from here 1 by 3 summation. Now instead of J1 basically mean number 1 ball, J2 basically means number 2 ball, J3 basically means number 3 ball. So when first ball is drawn, I'll write down the findings that I write it there. Head, tail, head, 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 tail, tail, head, tail, tail. And in case of 3 possibilities, head, head, tail, head, 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 tail, 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 head, head, tail, 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 head, tail, and the other possibilities was tail, tail, head. So there are 8 possibilities, 4 possibilities and 1 possibilities. Now simply when Bj, that is Bj is basically 1 by 3, where J is equals to 1, 2, 3, that is the number of balls. When we draw the number 1 ball, that is the ball number shows 1. So when ball number shows 1, we'll only have 1 chance to toss. So we'll toss it just once. So in this case the probability will be equals to probability x equals to 0 b1. This is the case when what will be the probability when the ball number 1 is tossed. This is the probability when ball number 3 is tossed. So I'll just do 1 by 3 is the probability which is already given. Now when will be x equals to 0, that is head will be 0 in case of ball 1. So when ball 1 is drawn, we'll just have 1 chance to toss. So we'll consider this case. Here when x equals to 0, that is no h, there is only one case, that is tail. So out of 2 possibilities, we'll have 1 possibilities when there is no head, that is there is only tail. So we'll write down 1 by half, 1 by 2. Out of 2, 1 possibilities when there is no head. Similarly, B2 is the ball number 2. So when ball number 2 is drawn, we'll have 2 options, or we'll have 2 times to toss. So we'll have 4 of these options. Now x equals to 0 basically means when there is no h, that is when there is no head. So there is only 1 possibility out of 4 possibilities when there is no head. So we'll write it 1 by 4. Similarly, in case of ball 3, there is only 1 possibility, that is tail, 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 when there is no head. No head basically means x equals to 0. So we'll write it 1 by 8. That is out of 8 possibilities, there is only 1 case when there is no head. Now if you simply solve it, we'll get the value to be equals to 7 by 24. Now similarly, if we take when x equals to 1, that is the number of head, that is there is at least 1 head, like 1 head, there is at least 1 head. So this was the case when there is no head, when x equals to 1, because x is the number of head shown. So when x equals to 1, that is how many times the head is shown. So instead of x equals to 0, we'll put it here x equals to 1. Now when ball 1 is drawn, in case of ball 1, there is 1 time when there is at least 1 h. So out of 2 possibilities, there is only 1 time when there is at least 1 h. So we'll write down 1 by 2. So similarly, here we'll write, so how many times x is equals to 1, probability x is equals to 1. in case of ball 2, when ball 2 is drawn, how many times there is only occurrence of one edge, that is one head. There are 1, 2 times, so we'll write down 2 by 4. Out of 4 possibilities, there are 2 times. Similarly, in case of ball 3, that is when B3 is there like this, when x is equals to 1, how many times there is only one head out of all these possibilities? 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. So we'll write down 3 by 8. Out of 8 possibilities, there are 3 times when the occurrence of head takes place. So if you solve it, we'll get the value to be equals to 11 by 24. So the value will be 11 by 24. Similarly, if you do x equals to 2, when x is equals to 2, that is the occurrence of head is equals to 2. So in this case, when head is occurrence is 2 times, see here there is only one time when the occurrence of head is happening. There is one time, there is no time, so we'll write it as 1 by 3. Now for ball 1, there is no time when head is occurring 2 times, so we'll write it as 0. There are 1 time only when head is occurring out of 4 possible outcomes, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4th time, 1, 2, 3. So 3 times when head is occurring out of 8 times. So we'll get the value to be equals to 5 by 24. Now when head is occurring 3 times, if you there in this case no. So similarly, if you do it the same way for the first 2, there is no times when head is occurring, and for the last one, head is occurring 3 times, only one case is there, so it will be 1 by 8. Now if you solve it, we'll get the value to be equals to 1 by 24. So far we have found the probabilities of. Now what we have to do is, we'll write down the mean, that is expectation of x. Now expectation of x we know is nothing but xp. Here capital X is equals to small x. Probability will be as per capital X equals to small x. Now small x equals to 0 to 3, that is 3 times it is taking place. Now similarly, we know the expectation of capital X is equals to summation small x into probability x equals to small x. Now this way we have found when x equals to 1, in this case we have found it to be 11 by 24, and probability is 1. So 1 into 11 by 24 plus, in this case when x is equals to 2, so 2 into, we have found the probability to be equals to 5 by 24 plus, when x is equals to this 3, we have found it to be 1 by 24. Now if you solve it, we'll get the value to be equals to 1. So now we'll go to the question again. It was asked, a urn contains ball number 1, 2, 3. First ball is drawn from the urn and then a fair coin is tossed number of times shown on the drawn ball. Find the expected number of heads. So we have found it to be, first we have assumed number of x head to be x, and we have numbered the balls as bj. So j could take place all these values 1, 2, 3. Now similarly we have done the sum and we have found the expected number of heads to be equals to 1. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any query or doubt, I'll be giving you my number, which is 9836793076, or you can also WhatsApp me on this number, or you can also go to our website, which is www.shouropsirclasses.com. There you will find a lot of other videos like this, and you will get a lot of other materials for mathematical statistics. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day ahead.